In this video, I'm going to show a popular way that people grind money and compare them and see which one is the best. I'll be rating each grinding method based on my own opinion on the scale of 1 to 10 on both simplicity and speed, obviously, if you want to grind money. And let's start with the first method. Right now, this method is called legit boating. Legit boating requires basically nothing to do, and you just sit in a big boat or whatever block spam boat that you have, and you can sail there. This method, it's pretty simple. Everyone starts off like this, but it's really time consuming. So I'll rate this method 0 star on the effectiveness. And actually, I'll give it 1 star. Let's give it one star on the effectiveness, and I'll give 10 star on simplicity. You don't need to have a big boat like this. You could have a wooden block of block spamming. You don't need skill to build. Just spam blocks if you want. So it's pretty simple, and how far you go depends on the material, obviously. So yeah. The second method I'm going to talk about is the one chair or one throne sailing method. Instead of block spamming to slow your boat down, you can have one little thing that dodges everything else in the way. This is used by a lot of intermediate people as a faster way to grind money if they're bored of just grinding in general. For this method, I personally used it for short period of time, but I give this simplicity 10 out of 10. It's one throne. What else could you ask for? And effectiveness of 2. Like, you're not gonna get far from the throne. The point of this is to get as many sails as possible, and you will want to pick something like that purple team right there or yellow team if you want to maximize the effectiveness, because they're closer, obviously. And you just repeat this a lot until you get enough money for better stuff. Here's a special method. It utilizes a glitch to let you control blocks. This method is pretty old school. You will know it if you play this game around the time of 2016 or 2017, but still kind of works with modern stuff. Well, this thing still kind of works. They haven't patched the glitch since the game's release, so you can still do this for some reason, but this is slow, and it's not gonna get a good effectiveness rating. So the effectiveness rating for this thing would be 1 out of 10. Like, bro, you're literally walking to the end of the thing to get stuff. Well, I mean, you could dodge, but it's not effective. It's a waste of time. Another popular grinding method for intermediate players is the rocket wheel. As the name states, it's a rocket with a wheel. So if you build correctly, stuff like this will happen. So the point of this machine is to fling it to the end. Obviously, this is a very rudimentary wheel. It's not that complex, but there's more complex wheels out there. For this grinding method, I'll rate it effectiveness 5 out of 10, because sometimes you could actually fly to the end, sometimes you don't. It's all RNG. For simplicity, I think this is a bit more complicated than the other ones, so 8 out of 10 on simplicity. Once the player gets advanced enough, they will start buying jet stuff. And here we are. This is the jet wheel grinder thingy. So how it works is you sit on the jet keeps flipping forward, because if you press S, the jet chair will flip. I don't know what those are called. The sides or the perimeter of this thingy will fling you forward like this while I'm riding it. So yeah, you can see. I personally use this grinding method when I first started becoming pro. Well, I'm too lazy to build an auto grinder, so this is the stuff I use, but then later I eventually did. This wheel grinder is actually really effective in my opinion, so I'd say in terms of earning money, 10, not 10 out of 10, maybe 7 out of 10, because it's actually pretty effective. And for simplicity, it's pretty simple, but there's complex stuff with measuring the size and stuff. So the simplicity score will be bit lower. It will be 5 out of 10 in my opinion. And nice, we're at the end already. That took like what, maybe 1 or 2 minutes. And let's move on to some of the real pro stuff. This is if you've seen my other video, you're going to recognize this, or other videos. It's an auto grinder. Law advanced players built this because it's an AFK grinder and it's really effective in my opinion. Right now I'm just setting it up. Takes a bit to set it up. So after you set it up, you can just go to the spawn, and when you go to the spawn, your conveyor thing will work. The auto grinder. So this thing, well, you see, you don't have to do anything. You can AFK however you want. So I put this as a money earning rating of 9 out of 10 because it's literally OP. You could AFK and AFK and AFK until the bridge gets destroyed, or you crash somehow, or you get kicked for AFK. But the thing is, the simplicity is not simple at all. It's really complicated. So the simplicity rating will be 3 out of 10 because you need so much setup to do and so much measuring to do. So it's only meant for advanced players. And this grinder, the most effective one in my opinion, and the one I use, you might be confused with, oh, this is just an auto grinder, the one you showed a few seconds ago. But no, this one, the velocity block is powered by rockets, which means it's going to be way faster than your average jet, even the purple jets, because the purple jets are slow compared to these rocket things. And same thing, this is also an AFK grinder, but if you could tell, the speed is much faster. I'd say it goes through stages twice as fast as the normal speed grinder with the winter jets, and it still works. But the catch is, sometimes the server might be a bit laggy if you use this. So I'd suggest getting a small server and less people. A consequence of lag is some stages don't register. But on average, I usually get 210 when I use the super grinder, the rocket grinder like this one. So this thing gets through the stages twice as fast, but it doesn't give half the amount of gold. I mean, it gives more than half the amount of gold, so I'd say this grinder gives more money than the regular jet grinder. For this one, simplicity, it's not simple at all. You need really good timing. Simplicity score is 1 of 10, and the score for effectiveness, I'd say 10 out of 10 because this thing is actually broken. So here's the conclusion. The best grinding methods for a noob is once thrown and sail over and over again. The best method for intermediate people to grind would be jet seat wheels. And the best way for pros, absolute pros to grind would be a rocket powered auto farm. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. As always, see you guys next time.